Hello, my friends and subscribers. I buried my brother today, Roy SCHMIDT Jr. He was born in January of 1939, and he died in February of 2024. My children are there, all 9 of them. In fact, one of my grandchildren was there, Miles. They really supported me and helped me through this rough time. They were hugging me the whole time and sat in the pew with me with their arms around me. My 14 and 15-year-old missed school today to stay with me, to comfort me, and my older boys were with me. So the girls were all there, all 9 of them were there. It was very comforting to have them. It's hard to lose a brother. I've lost Randall, who was my younger brother, about 14 months in 2012, and I only have my 2 sisters left. And so enjoy your family, enjoy your brothers and sisters and parents, because life goes on fast. And spend time with them and love them and understand them, and don't fight over petty things. I sang I'll Be Seeing You at the service, and I also gave the eulogy, and it was a very hard time, but I hit on the highlights of his life and what he meant to me and everyone else. He had tons of family there and friends, and all my cousins were there, and all the people that he worked with and the people whose lives he affected and his neighbors, they all said wonderful things about him. It's a difficult time, and it's a hard thing to get through. It's a lot of mourning. My 14 and 15-year-old sons missed school today so they could be with me. And my older sons were with me, and after it, we went and got dinner. My daughters were there, and one of my grandchildren, Miles, was there. So it was a comfort. My 2 boys, younger ones, served as an altar service, and I was there until they placed him into the tomb. I want to say that God is real. I want you to know that. I don't have to believe that there's an afterlife. I know there's one. When I was a young man, my father died when I had just turned 28, 3 days after it. I was born November 5th, he died November 8th. I was furious. I screamed at the top of my lungs at the hospital. It was the first real death in my life, and it really hit me hard, as it will you. The first one is always the worst, whether it's a parent or a brother or sister or a daughter. I want to tell you that it's very hard to get through these things. So I was really angry with God for 6 weeks. Couldn't eat or sleep, had that gnawing, painful, deep in the pit hurt that we all get at times and curl up at night. Well, about 6 weeks out, I was sleeping, and something said, "Get up, Douglas, and turn on a light." So I sat up in bed and turned on a lamp next to me. It was kind of bright. And coming through the door was my father. Now, it wasn't an ethereal being, it wasn't a ghost, it was my father. It was solid, or he was solid, I should say. He was sent as a messenger from God to let me know he was okay. He walked to the foot of my bed and turned to me and smiled. In his hands, he had a toolbox. Around 6 months before, he had repaired the floor in my bathroom for my first home, which was really great because he owned properties and he already had people doing it for him, but he did this himself. And when he looked and he turned and he smiled at me, he was saying, "Douglas, I'm fine. There is an afterlife. Please I'm here to let you know that things are good with me, and you'll be here one day, and everything's fine. There's no reason to be angry with God. This is our plan. This is where we should go." At that moment, I felt an energy coming from my feet. And what happened was it went from my toes, up my ankles, my thighs, my stomach, my chest, out to the top of my head. It was a warm energy, and it left me. And I think it was my anger. and sadness. I was filled with joy. After his smile and then that happening, he left. So I wanted to let you know there is an afterlife. He had a mass. My boys served as two young ones served as altar service, altar boys. The priest gave a great eulogy, or a great sermon, I should say. We had a mass. So I want to tell you, life is short. Enjoy it. I know we all have our problems. Don't let them eat you up. Don't let the devil or the demons or life beat you down. Don't dwell on the past and be anxious of the future. Live your life. Enjoy it. Don't live it from, oh, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy when that happens. Live life. Enjoy it. It is really short. Anyway, to my followers, I love you. Thank you. Please subscribe or get others to subscribe, and God bless you. Have a great life and a great week. Bye.